What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. Happy Thursday. One more day to go. I'm excited about Friday, if you couldn't guess. I am so excited. It's been a long week of work. Everybody else out there can relate. It's been wild, but tomorrow's Friday, like it or not, it's coming. I get to enjoy a weekend, and I've got a lot of stuff to unbox. I'm looking at it right now. You're going to see it soon, but there's a ton of stuff. I was busy. They caught me on a bad day of work. And then I went to the store right 10 minutes from my job. I was like, oh, this is great. So I'll show you all that real soon. But before I get started, really rolling, definitely want to make sure to thank the Lyles Figure Files VIP members: David Thanos, Lawson Wallace, John Morrissey, Retro Robo, James Green, Jamelyn Parks, Blake Tarpley, Lefty Two Lions BK, Robert Hayes, Nathan William, Harry G, Ryan Daly, Jay Woods, Tom Finn 2018, and MOC Turtle. Thank you all so much. I'm continuing to provide exclusive content over there on the channel. So if you want to get some exclusives, some exclusive videos, some early access to deals and all that good stuff, come on in, press that button that says join. Come on in with the party. And we just got started already with a super chat. My guy, Lawson Wallace, thank you so much. Here's some dough to pay off one tariff on one figure. Yeah, some of these sites are going nuts with the prices. Thank you so much for the $20, my man. I really appreciate it. And you all will get a chance to really appreciate Lawson as well, because we've got another giveaway for you, courtesy of our friend of the show, Lawson Wallace. It's the Boss Fight Studios Red Sonja figure. So stay tuned. The giveaway will be coming up. For those of you who watched last week, you already know the code. And we'll get to it real soon. Maybe we'll give you another chance to get it in there too. And while I'm in the thanking mood, also wanted to thank the Lyles Figure Files super supporters as well. Oops, let's change that. Let's clear it out so y'all can actually see the screen. There we go. And let me do this. Oops, let me do. There we go. All right, we got it straight. Thanks, super supporters: Kwame Taylor, Jelly Jam, Alexander L, Penguin Plastic, Ryan Daly, and John Morrissey. Thank you so much for your help keeping this channel rolling and going. I've cranked out a lot of videos the last few months, and I was like, boy, I've been working hard on this thing. So all that hard work is 100% thanks to you all for contributing, watching, sharing, subscribing, liking, and commenting. I think before this show kicked off, I responded to all the comments that y'all are posting on the various videos. So thank you for dropping them. If I don't do it right away, like I was really in the good habit of doing, I will respond to your comments. So don't act like I'm never going to be too big unless I have millions and millions of subscribers and followers. So I will continue responding to your comments, and I'd always make a point to read them. Thank you so much. All right, so let's see here. Let's go in. I'm going to save the comments that are responding to the question of the week. So though I am not responding to it right now, you will see it later on. Lawson Wallace. Hello, Jeffrey and Lyles Figure Files gang. How goes it? It's great. It's Thursday. I'm looking forward to the weekend. There should be some fun stuff going on. Get to hang out with my family. And I'll have some time to do some figure unboxing. And it's gotten ridiculous over on this corner of Lyles Figure Files Boulevard. Blake Tarpley's here. What up, Jeff and the Figure Files crew? Yes. Why did we buy some of these? We're collectors and can't help it. Yeah, I was hearing that meme, but I can change them. And of course, that change is customizing it. Whew. Some of them never get changed for the better. It's ridiculous. Yes, Lawson, you're right. I'm holding that comment. Oh gosh. I don't know why I didn't have that on my list, but yes, for sure. I'm going to say this one and this one and this one too. Let's see. You got some good ones in here. Tom Finn, I'm doing that one as well. Let's see here. I'm going to Save your comments. There you go. Tom Finn 2018. What's up, man? Let's see here. I'm going to show the changes that you made on that Hour Man too. The King is in the building. What's up, y'all? What's up, King Collector? How are you? Tom Finn says multiverse DC McFarlane DC multiverse. Too good to leave, too bad to stay. Or Titus from Mars collectors are from Venus. That's a good one. I lost says, I honestly don't know if Mattel is capable of doing a better Batman than the Nightfall Batman that Todd did. Yeah, I'm very excited about what the future holds with Mattel and their DC, whatever they're going to call it. They definitely need to call it something other than multiverse because they have their own version. Todd had his version. We had DC collectibles, DC classics, DC essentials. Maybe somebody over there is tasked at this very moment with coming up with a new line name for Mattel's DC figures, soon to be arriving in our stores at some point in 2026. But I'm really curious what they're going to do. And the possibilities, of course, are endless. It's kind of like you're a football fan in the draft, the night of the draft. This player we just drafted is going to be a Hall of Famer. And then they're going to be a first round bust. And people are going to mock us for choosing this player years down the road. We don't know. And it's kind of exciting because I'm really hoping that they get it this time. And then Mattel can provide my ultimate definitive DC figure line, the which I'll never need to go to another company for their take of these characters again. I mean, I've got them with Marvel Legends, but man, I really, really, really want to have that setup display for my DC figures. My Marvel Legends shelf is like one wall, right? And the DC Classics collection is one Billy bookcase. Shout out to everybody who shops at IKEA. And then it's got the wide long one. And then it's got that slender one. And I don't know why I got the slender one instead of just getting another regular size Billy, but it holds the DC Classics that kind of spread over the DC Essentials, the DC McFarlane Multiverse that you don't see behind me, and the DC Icons line. So I've got a bunch of DC on that random shelf, but I want to just have a cohesive DC shelf of figures. So we'll see. I'm hoping they can deliver above and beyond what we got from McFarlane. We'll see. John Morrissey's here. Give me an L. Give me an F. Give me another F. What's that spell? Jeff and the crew. What's up, crew? Thanks for hanging out with me on this fine Thursday. Yo, David Thanos, you'll be happy to know I have been down in the basement knocking out a ton of wrestling figure reviews. I have been so neglectful on those, and I've got my WCW Monday Nitro configuration set up with my, I think it's Wicked Cool Toys ring. It's not the ultimate scale ring that Mattel just put out. And I'm like, I do want that Easy E Ultimate Edition NWO figure, but I kind of like the flexibility of having different ring aprons that I can switch out, especially as I'm going through different federations, different time frames, promotions like WCW. I've got my classic WWF ring that works for the Hulkamania era, the Rock and Wrestling, up to the new generation. I don't know if I regret not getting the Raw's War ring, but how many rings can I put in my place, right? Bobo! What's up, Jeff? What's up, man? How are you? Excuse me. My allergies been fine all day. G Brew, what's up, y'all? What's up? Dad's surgery was Monday. It went well, good. And he came through better than expected. Glad to hear that. What's up, Snake guys? We missed you for most of last night's show on Lyle's Movie Files. Glad to see you came through with us later on, though. And glad to see you here. Tip of the hat to you, my friend. Undercover Colton. Hey, everyone. My birthday is in 5 days. You're not keeping that under wraps. I'm with you. Although I would have been loudly announcing it every week just to make sure nobody forgot. 5 days will put us. Oh, I didn't switch this calendar to May. Boo me. I still have a Marvel one up here. So it's got Daredevil. I guess they knew about Born Again. So got that. I don't know what we have slated for March or March, May. I know it's not a Star Wars character. Happy early birthday, Undercover Colton. Henry G, what's up, my man? What's up, Jeff? Thursday crew. Hope you're all doing great. Has anybody picked up the Tony the Tiger figure? I haven't seen it lately. Tom Finn. Todd's been on a nice run lately. Yeah. A little too good for my wallet, but I'm digging it. Fid Doom, welcome back. Evening, Figure Files crew, and to my main man, Mr. 3 Stacks, Jeffrey. What it is? Was everyone making tonight? How are classes coming along? Hopefully, you're knocking it out, and it hasn't been like, what did I sign myself up for? So glad to see you tonight, my friend. JT the Grind is here. What's going on? Retro Robo. What's up, Jeff and the Figure Files crew? Jalen Parks. Oh, are we getting a custom corner tonight? Cool, man. It was wild when I think it was that time period where Hasbro was like, sorry, apparently we just don't know how to make 6-inch Marvel figures. And they were just giving us so many of those janky looking figures. What up, Banshee? Also, my Marvel Legends Banshee is shipping. Maybe he'll be here tomorrow. So I don't have him on my Here's What I Got, but he is coming, and I am so excited about that. When I said janky early Hasbro Marvel Legends, my mind immediately went to Banshee. And I don't know, maybe I'll shoot a video of me slingshotting him into the air, complete with my Luke Skywalker, Empire Strikes Back, adding on, then let's get rid of it, Scream. No, but I can't wait to replace. I cannot wait to replace that Banshee figure with this really cool, perfectly painted version with his blue, yellow, and green outfit. So excited because, man, I got the rest of the crew, and it's like this Banshee is awful. Maura McTaggart is going to be almost as happy as I am to put that guy on the shelf. So looking forward to it. Anyway, I was a customizing fool during that time period. And I wish I had the foresight to actually take pictures of all my customs. But over the years, Hasbro has been doing some great work, and I don't have to customize figures anymore. Mattel with their WWE line, getting all the characters that I would want. I see that I'm going to have to make an Ultimate Edition Sting because my collection is so far incomplete without having him. And Server Sting is going to be a lot easier, but I'm going to need to make a Crow one too because I feel like I showed this already. But got this version of Muda, the Chase. He was up on Amazon again this morning. So guess what I did? And hopefully it'll be the Chase, the regular edition. And I'm like, man, this is bogus. I need a Sting figure to fight Great Muda, Ric Flair that we've already got. And it's just like, this is foolishness. So I am going to dust off the customizing hands because I need to make an Ultimate Edition Sting. But yeah, man, my custom days are long since past. And that's for a good reason, though. I mean, the companies and these figures I'm buying all these characters of are actually getting it done finally, where I don't need to. I'll go ahead and make my own because you're never going to do this version of the figure. Loving it because I don't need to anymore. But do you customize? I know Lawson and Tom Finn do. Tom Finn says, very happy with Two-Face, Silver Age Superman, Woman of Tomorrow, Supergirl, Connor Hawk, Adam Strange, etc. So my buddy picked up Connor Hawk. I've gone to the closest Target to me twice this week, and they have failed me in terms of having anything new. I'm just like, what are y'all doing? And it's just so disappointing because I'm like, I'm ready for it. What's the new cool stuff? And he showed me this picture because I was like, oh man, he sent me a picture first of Connor Hawk by himself. I was like, this is cool. But I was like, wait. How does he scale the other figures? So he sent me this, and I'm like, that's Adam Strange and Connor Hawk. And Connor Hawk looks like he's in another line. I don't know what I'm going to do because I feel like to fix some of the scaling issues, some of the easily fixed paint job problems, I might have to do a little customization with my McFarlane figures because I had managed to do a pretty decent deal where I could slice with the X-Acto knife, fix characters that were too tall, glue it down or pin it in there, put a pin in between the thigh and the sometimes ankle joint, man, or thigh, the knee section, lower knee, and that long shin that they created to make the figure a little bit shorter. It tended to work out, but I feel like there are going to be a lot of McFarlane figures. I'm going to need to do that. Not Power Girl, though, because she's got all the legs showing. But yeah, I think Connor looks amazing, but man, I wish that scale were better, which I feel like I say so often with these really nicely done McFarlane figures. JMC. What's up, Jeff and crew? How you doing, JMC? I am starring this one for sure. You even talked about that. Yes, and that is one I've got, Blake. John Morrissey, I haven't hung out with the Loud Figure Fowler gang since last month. Happy May, fellow Fowlers. It has been like a whole month, right? I think I recall I'm starring that one. Yeah, and I'm starring this one too. Thank you for putting that star in this one, Blake. That was helpful. Cool. Big Rip. What's up, Mr. Jeffrey? What's up? Listen, I'm so not at work right now. Call me Jeff. Call me Jeffrey. Just, gosh, I'm going to hear Mr. Lyles in my nightmares for years after working this year. But, and not in a cool, like, Mr. Lyles way. It's the Mr. Lyles, Mr. Lyles, Mr. Lyles. It's a lot. But let's just drop the mister. I'm just Jeff or Jeffrey here hanging out with y'all tonight. Maybe Mattel will call their figures the DC Follies. Hopefully not. Exactly. Hall of Famer Sam Bowie. Who needs this Michael Jordan kid? Riot Daily. What's up, man? If Mattel doesn't give us Batlash and Ultra the multi-alien in the first year, what's the point of even making toys? That's why I really hope they have this license for a long time, because, and this is kind of tricky because when Mattel had the license, they were just doing updated characters of figures like Green Arrow and Speedy Arsenal. They didn't have to deal with all the new 52 because I think it was just starting. I think maybe they were in the DC multiverse line. They were creeping in to their figures, but it wasn't like, hey, we got new 52, and now we got Rebirth, and now we got All In. I mean, there's so many different iterations of what they've been doing with DC since then. And that's the big concern because I feel like with Marvel, even though they've done so many changes, characters go back to their classic looks, but they have done so much with DC where I'm just like, it'd be great if they could just start with the 70s and 80s characters and go from there. But I know they're going to have to work in some of these newer versions of characters. Definitely wouldn't mind seeing some absolute characters. I would definitely buy Wonder Woman with detachable part that I won't spoil if you haven't read it. But yeah, man, I'm it's going to be really weird because how are they going to decide to mix up these characters? I need to do an episode of that, like how I would do Mattel's DC line next year. We'll see. Maybe we'll get it done this weekend. James Green, what's up, Thursday Night Action Figure Crew? What's up, Jeffrey? Sorry I'm late. I am all out of tardy slips. So whenever you came through, James, it's all good. Welcome to the party. David Thanos. I shop at IKEA, but I'm dang if I'm going inside the store. I do pick up a store. You know, I don't know how your IKEAs are during the week. It is a nightmare central spot during the weekend. But I found it, like, say, this time on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, no one is in IKEA. It is just like the coolest walking experience to a store that can be, excuse me, pardon me. It's so smooth. It's like, where is this? This is Nightmare Place? And in the afternoon, like the early afternoon, like 1 or 2, even 3, no one's there. So, but yeah, it is wild during the weekends at IKEA. I didn't realize until much later that if you just go at their off hours, it's great. What's up, Roberts? Infinite Realms. Hey, Jeff, how's it going? Doing fine, Robert. How are you on this fine Thursday? Oh, yeah, Michael Solis. It is indeed Figure Files time. Get ready. Get your favorite beverage or water, refilling a tea like I did tonight. Lawson, Jeffrey, you need a Wonder Woman figure. You just do. If you want, I'll see what I can do. the shelf is looking weird without a Wonder Woman. I mean, it's like basically if you looked up, we've got the Justice League, but where is Wonder Woman? So it's kind of weird. I'm really hoping for like a different hair and like maybe not as tall. I mean, she's in Amazon, but I don't know. Tom Fink, yeah, man. I saw that Instagram post too. It was like, come on, guys. I think the first series had these problems too, and it's just, I had such high hopes for it, but man, it is not looking good, and I do feel bad. And I didn't pre-order anything from series two because I was like, yeah, I'll wait because y'all had it last time, and that seems even worse. But that Wahoo looks really cool. Henry G. Mattel should just go with DC Universe Classics 2.0, kind of like when Hasbro rebooted Marvel Legends. I know Hasbro never lost the Marvel license, but I still think it could work. But I always think classics got them in trouble because you have folks like me who are like, "Hey, listen, if you want to go classics, that means I don't want to see the rare 2015 version of Green Arrow from that mini series that lasted but 5 issues and people really liked." And we decided to get that before we get our classic Neil Adams look. I always thought that was a problem because it was and then with Marvel Legends, even it was that's not this character's legendary look. What are you doing? But that Brandon is really funny. We'll see what they do. 2.0 could work. John Morrissey, patience is a virtue. I waited and waited and waited. Finally got a good price on Sam Wilson cap, comic version with his new shield. Where'd you get him from? Robert, I gave up on Power Town the last time they pulled that no communication trick on the late series one. Yeah, it's weird because it should be so easy, but yeah. I guess that kind of shows you it's not as easy as we think from our armchairs. Like, oh, well, here's what I should do, or here's what they should do. It's just harder. But I feel like there were some mistakes they could have corrected early on that they did not. And it's a problem. Devin B, what's up, my man? Hello, Jeff and crew. How are you, Devin? William Rodriguez. Hello. What's up, Jeffrey? Always happy to talk toys. Always happy to see you here, my friend. Lawson. Jeffrey, I pre-ordered Tony the Tiger, but I haven't seen him in the wild yet. Well, that's where the tigers are. Sorry, it was like right here. And I'm not too proud to take those easy ones. I saw Tony and Chester at Target. I'm just so curious because I'm just like, I get on Target's website all the time because I feel like it should be so much easier that people like us go to their site all the time trying to find this stuff. And will it be this easy? Will it really be this simple as putting in Tony the Tiger? Oh, gosh, why did I even think it was going to be that easy and so simple? We're not even talking. I mean, let's see. What if we just did a Jada Toys? Would that even work? Could we see it here? No, no, no. I still want Fast and Furious action figures, though. I mean, those cool old school Jada stuff is kind of tempting, but no. Foiled again. So I really wish they get their website together. I mean, just so I could order stuff and not have to worry about it, but not today. 1216 Anarchists. Good evening, Jeff and crew. Glad to be here. Glad to see you, my friend. Happy Thursday. Blake wants to know. Big question. Will we get a big Barda, classic cyborg, and a Linda Carter style Wonder Woman? We better. It'd just be all wrong if we don't. Found Tony the Tiger. It's Target on Tuesday. Those are a lot of T's in that. That is solid work, Tom Vin. Can't let him star in this one. Lost and cool. I checked today at Target, but didn't see one. Maybe next week. Yeah, it is just so odd how some get everything. Cause like the one that's closest to me didn't have anything new, but a bunch of the other stores right in my area, like, yo, we've got all this new stuff that everybody else is finding right here. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe my store missed the truck or something. Retro Robo. I'm down for Linda Carter. Wonder Woman had the biggest crush on that woman. I got to talk to her and so nice. And yeah, just like I don't want to say 3 years ago. No, it was much longer than that. But yeah, So another reporter got to talk to her recently. I was like, hey, she's still nice and so cool. Undercover Colton says, those would be awesome and done right. I'm not collecting multiverse anymore, though. Ryan says, I heard Ty was trying to secure the rights to do Carter, Wonder Woman, and ship Flash, but no idea if that'll happen before the line ends. We can only hope. Lawson, I need an NWA World Championship belt for my Steamboat figure. I have several if you need one. I will send it your way. I'm still waiting on Adam Strange. Got Connor Hawk with Our Man. He's way too big. He looked it. I'm still waiting on Dr. Fate. Connor Hawk should be much shorter. Yes. Oh, you do? Nice. You got to show me some of the customs you do, my friend. David Thanos, I'm waiting on Dr. Fate and Classic 2. Dr. Fate and Classic Two Face. Lost. My favorite custom was that I did was turning Walgreens Ben Graham into more of that classic look thing from the comics. Yeah, I do need to pull that up for everybody. Boop. What's up, Matthew? Good to see you tonight, my friend. Dude, bombarded with labs and homework. Studying now while listening to you in the background. I'll take it. And just make sure you don't put down for one of those answers. Marvel Legends by Hasbro. All right, let's see here. So you G Brew looks like he's getting started. But let me say what's up. So our guy finished Bob. What's up? How are you? So let's get it started in here. Let's pull up this picture. Maybe you guys can see, give you an idea. Oh, wait, before I get to what I found, let's give it up to Fleecy's World, who got our Dark Avengers Marvel Legends Warbird from Lawson, holding up his Dark Avengers Warbird. That's Fleecy. Happy to check out that collection in the background. Very cool. He's got a new Dark Avenger to add to the collection. So thank you so much for sending us the photo so we can see your happy look with your new figure, courtesy of Austin and Last Figure Files giveaway from 2 weeks ago. So that's cool. And as always, we love to see the photos when you get the giveaways, just so everybody knows we're not running a scam here. It's not just to get clicks and views. It's like a legitimate thing. We're actually sending this stuff out. So cool. Thank you for sending that along. Now for me, like I said, I went to Walmart because my job was getting nuts and crazy. And it just so happened that they had stuff in stock. Here's what they had over there right even before I went down to figure out. Bam, the new Star Wars shipper. And it's funny because I'm such a Star Wars fan, but May the 4th always catches me off guard because I'm like, why is everybody talking about Star Wars now? Because I'm like 24/7, 365, 366 on a leap year in a Star Wars. And it just totally escapes me when they have this big deal going on where it's like, huh? Oh, now everybody's down to talk Star Wars. And I was like, oh, well, I could wait to get some of this stuff later, but I could just get it now where I can check the paint job and not have to worry. Because in my area, if you don't get that Walmart shipper when it's right there and it's largely untouched, you're not going to be able to find a lot of those figures. So I did decide, let's not mess around. Let's get to it. So I got, while I was at the store, there's so many Star Wars figures on this desk. It's bad from a certain point of view. I got that Captain Rex from Ahsoka. I have the other one, the basic version that was long awaited. This one's a cleaner white version. The other one had a lot of battle damage, so I was glad to get this one a lot cleaner. You can see the helmet. So this is phase 1 of the Clone Wars. So that's kind of cool. I can mix it up a bit. That's exciting. And then I got the War Between Worlds version, the World Between Worlds version of Anakin. And I have the Clone Wars figure of this, but I really like the Hayden Christensen likeness to this figure. And that Anakin was always a will you stand up without falling on my display and crashing into others, which is especially concerning with Jedi with their lightsabers because the little tip that they use to connect to the hilt, shaky. So happy to get this guy and very excited to get him. Also, I got Commander Cody. I got that original one. I think when Ollie's had them for super cheap, and I was like, let me hurry up and get this dude. But the articulation was lacking. This is on the new clone body, and we got that sweet retro style packaging. I still have some figures in packaging with a regular vintage collection look. So this is pretty cool to actually have this in 6-inch figure form. Then in the mail from Hasbro Pulse came this guy, Director Krennic, much better likeness than that terrible one that came out earlier. Excited to get him. I felt like he was a real missing point in my Rogue One collection, though he is listed as an Andor figure. It does not matter. He's going with my Rogue One collection. There is another version of a Director Krennic that I might put with my collection of those guys. Then I think I showed you guys this one last week, Shock T, but here you go. And then my Walmart Star Wars Black Series exclusive figures came through. Kit Fisto, he could qualify because he should be a lot greener than this brown figure is. I don't know what happened. I mean, they re-released the figure but couldn't fix the paint job. And R2D2, I needed a superior version. I've been using my Figure Arts R2 because the Black Series one that I had was so small and it was just kind of lame by comparison. So now I've got an R2 that can just literally float all over to my different shelves and whatever photos I want to do with my Star Wars figures where R2 should be a part. Clone Wars, all the prequel stuff, the original trilogy, goodness. So that'll be fun. All right. So that's what I got this week. Let's see what you all got. G Brew picked up the Target exclusive Xavier last weekend. He's in the hover chair, right? And I picked up a wheelchair for green suit Xavier. Where'd you get the wheelchair? The Target Xavier fits better in the hover chair than the old one did. I kind of feel like they did that on purpose, but let me know where you got this wheelchair from. Because I'm forced to resort to the one that came with Professor X back in the Toy Biz X-Men line. So yeah, I'm sure that figure's not going to work as well in that wheelchair. You still haven't found it? Oh man, I've seen that figure like every time I go to Target. I will look for you when I go back out this weekend. Let me know if you're still looking because I will grab it for you. Because yeah, super easy. Toy Games, what's going on? Tell us known for using a variety of bucks. Look at Motu and the WWE stuff. Wow, nice. It's all very similar. That's what I'll miss from McFarlane. Yeah. But McFarlane sometimes uses the wrong buck where it's like, dude, what are you doing? Why does Black Lightning have this mold where you've got the strips on the side? Why are we using the speeding bullets Batman for Geoforce? So, like some of his part choices, even though he'll have a better one in his tool library, I mean, every company does some really strange and odd things. And that whole using the wrong buck is not exclusive to McFarlane. But yeah, some of his part choices have been very odd. Ryan Daily Chop, I'm hearing a comic artist Jackson Butch Goose. Is it Juice or Goose? Here's a great artist on Captain America, Flash, Superman, and X Factor. Yeah, among other titles. Dog, that sucks. I love his work because I was rereading X Factor to do my X Factor thing, and I was just like, man, his art was so good on this book. That's not good. We're at that weird age when people who we appreciate and admire are dying off on us. That sucks. So definitely shout out to his family, friends, and fans who appreciated Jackson's work. And that's definitely a loss for comic fans. Thank you for letting me know about that, Ryan. Bro shot. What's up, Jason Lyles? What's up, Figure Files crew? And Thanos, you know, going in IKEA builds character. Only if you do it on the weekends, but I would not recommend. Jalen, I was never able to find Wonder Woman. I ended up getting the last Gal Gadot figure. I used her as comic Wonder Woman, and she's a pretty solid stand-in. She's a nice looking Wonder Woman figure. And I saw that several times at GameStop, and I was like, that's a well done Wonder Woman figure. David Thanos, I feel so bad for all those people who order Power Town, and you can't even dispute it if you took the free figure. Right. Van Doom, smash that like button. Thank you if you do. Right. Good. Lawson, you may be in the one area that doesn't have, like, he's the only Marvel Legend figure I'm seeing on shelves. Snake Eyes. I got a game PC, but it's coming May 5th. What'd you get? Kaiser Kaju. I said Kaju. Kaiju. They need to restock Wonder Woman. Yeah. Or release a different version. I mean, we've got the old school golden age one coming, but we still need more comic book Wonder Woman figures. It doesn't make sense. David Thanos. So this week, got me the new AW Sting. Hold on. Gotta do this proper right. Ow! Some McFarlane Super Friends, Battle Armor, Skeletor, Cammy, NECA Pee Wee, Marvel Legends Miles, Platinum Adam Strange. I did see the Platinum Adam Strange. Different look for him. And I definitely want to get that original one because that figure looks sweet. Which one's your favorite? What you got? And how many of the Super Friends did you get? Maurice, what's up, man? Good time zone to you as well. Michael Solis, my Target is horrible. My wife saw them stocked in toy shelves. And by the time I showed up a couple hours later, everything I wanted was gone. That just means the vultures, i.e., other collectors, are on it and had better timing. Yeah, I can't quite convince my wife to sit around and wait for them to unbox stuff. Be lucky if she'll give me a little FaceTime. Here's what's on this shelf. I'm like, yes. And of course, every time she's willing to do that, they have absolutely nothing there. So she'll go to Ross. There won't be any of those $5 Marvel Legend figures. It's just like, hello, 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 hello. It's just like, ugh. And then it's like, all right, well, guess that ruined that chance. Maurice got Chameleon tonight and should be getting my pile of loot this weekend. You always get really good pile of loot, so I can't wait to hear what you got. I guess next week. David Thanos, I went to a Target 30 minutes away and everything was on their bags. It's like they stocked the night before. Did you go like early on? Toasty and Anarchist. I did a custom gargoyle years ago with my wife's help, but my goodness, Hasbro really needs to give us one. The absolute greatest news about Hasbro continuing their license partnership with Marvel and with Star Wars is we can still get all those characters. Like, somebody else got a hold of this license. Gargoyle was never going to happen because they were going to get every single variant of Deadpool, Wolverine, Captain America, Spider-Man, Iron Man long before they would even think about it. Gargoyle might actually slip through the cracks, and then we'll have to start finding episode or issues where he showed up in the 90s and go, hey, Dan, this would be a good one, Dwight. What about this guy? Ryan, here you go. Gargoyle. So there's a chance. And I'm really hoping maybe they could do a 2-pack with Gargoyle and an updated Valkyrie and solve all our problems because we definitely need a better version of her too. But yeah, Gargoyle would be a really fun figure. Love that photo. Yeah, it was cool. Congrats. Austin and Josh strike again. I mean, that's a pretty solid partnership we've got going. We're going to do it again tonight because we're having so much fun with it. Blake, I'd be showing teeth too if I had my Warbird. Congrats. Was the Ronin in that Walmart shipper? No. I didn't realize it was in stores. No, I definitely did not see that. They just had on the other side, they had like on this side, they had like some kitty stuff that I did not pay any attention to. And then they had space for vintage collection figures that I doubt they actually had opened or put up there yet because nothing was there. And usually, I mean, it looked like I got there after someone else did, but it was certainly not like picked clean. And I wouldn't assume that the vintage collection would if that were the case. Michael Solis, 24/7/3 BBY Star Wars, stay on my mind. Right. Jeeper, there's a small independent theater downtown in the city which I live, and they're going to be showing the original trilogy starting in a few days. Nice. Are you going to go? King Collector, man, my Walmart is garbage. Shout out, Chief. Yeah. Retro Robo, nice. I need that Rex and Anakin. Did you find them near me? Yes. Capitol Plaza. Yes, that one. Might need to pop in at Target tomorrow. Yes, you did. You did. I still need to figure that out because I was really considering putting that Luke Cage on the list, but I think I can fix him. I think I can change him. Yes. He's definitely a good candidate for that one. I also started a Misty Knight on a Black Widow body and Black Canary, but never finished either. That's always the trick because it's like, yeah, I've got like a bunch of still I need to finish figures. Like I have a Justice Society modern JSA, and I say modern, even though this is like from the 90s at this point, Dr. Midnight. And I used a lot of the parts from the DC Direct one on the old and the DC Classics body. So I think I used the cape, the head sculpt, the gauntlets, and he basically works. And I think I just need to tweak a few more things, but he was a really solid and easy one. And I have Our Man 2, Rick Tyler, using what mold do I have him on? Maybe it's the Our Man one, but yeah, I need to finish those guys because they're not getting done for Mattel. Rodney, great pickups, Jeffrey. Yeah, man. It was like, I'll just get them all now. So that worked out. Man, those bubbles on the Star Wars cards are huge. So let's see here. Yeah, it's funny because it's like compare them here. This sting is still the sting. It's still wider. It just looks pretty cool. I think that's really what it is. And I think there's a comparable amount of plastic being used on them. So it's just a little bit wider on that dome. But for the sake of really giving us that cool retro packaging, I'll allow it. Excuse me. This is one of those cases where I'm like, maybe I should get one just to keep mids on card. King Collector. There's no Star Wars shippers in my Walmart and Lando's. Really? Wow. Because finally all the Landos are gone at my area targets. He and who's the other one that would never leave? Oh, Indoor. Let's chill out and have my man Han Solo for dinner. Princess Leia. She was never leaving the shelves. Rodney, my McFarlane Silver Age Superman shipped today. Where did you get him from? John Morrissey. Nice haul, Jeffrey. My only other pickup this week was Adam Warlock from the mini comic wave. Like you, I'm still waiting on Banshee. Did you get your shipping notification? I think last week it was like, hey, are we going to actually get this shipping notice? I think mid show I got the email. Ryan might have said, hey, got it. So maybe tomorrow because it's been too long. Lawson, it's weird. I can find rare figures sometimes, but some of the layups like Savage Land, Professor X still eludes me. They're stealing all the trucks that are going to Lawson's. That might be it, David Thanos. Patrick P, what's going on? I got the new Supergirl. What do you think? Hey, Gaines. Toy Gaines. Getting a shout out from the fans here. Lost Wildlands. David Thanos, where's the 18 when you need them, right? Roger Robo, I got a new toy obsession. Started buying Jack specific Simpsons figures. Down the rabbit hole I go. So which ones? Because they have all different scales. I saw Krusty the Clown and the 5-pack of the Simpsons, those smaller ones. And then they got the other ones, which actually have articulation, which is kind of interesting. I thought the ones people were finding at Ross were the ones with articulation. Because I was like, oh, cool. I might pick up one just to see, because I have a fairly complete collection of the Playmates figures. They're really cool. There are a few holes in my collection that I probably should just go and track down. Maybe they'll be cheaper now that there's a whole other Simpsons line for people to get. Oh, okay. So you did get the same one as I have. Raptor? Why does it make it seem like a Utah Raptor? Banshee, Dakin Vintage, sci-fi paperbacks, and hoodie because I got cold while shopping. That's what I'm talking about. Just get it right there. John Morrissey, you can't find Professor X as well? Hit me up. Let me know if you're still trying to track him down. Rick Cage, what's up? Green Thunderbolt Beam Killer. Hi. I missed the last Figure Files cold opening. My mall theater's packed with Thunderbolt fans. That's good. You know, people coming out to support movies is a great thing. Devin B. I got Adam Strange, 86 Jazz, Sniper G.I. Joe, Ross, Halo Jumper, Joe, Ross, Migo Penguin, Ross. Your Ross is actually stacked up. Robert. This week, I only got the latest Ultimate Hulk Hogan, Hulk Still Rules Brother version, and Cartoon Triclops. The brakes are being pumped. Yeah, it's getting tricky. I wish I could say the same. I need to pump the brakes, but I'm like, Always pronounce it Geist. Thank you. Lawson, I pre-ordered out on Strange, but still haven't received it. Where do you pre-order them from? Geist rhymes with nice. First saw his artwork in any comic in the early 80s called The Crusaders. I remember that. Was that one of the books that they did for Archie as well? So 16 Anarchist. Man, I hate to hear that news about Butch Geist. Right, he was from my hometown and loved his work on Micronauts. I didn't realize he did Micronauts too. Man, with a short G sound. Thank you guys. I hate butchering people's names. Ski Raider, love the shirt, fam. Absolutely. That Howard right there. Represented HU. You better know. Blake, last Saturday, I picked up the Savage Land Professor X. It's funny that people crippling him and put him in the overshare. Also, I got the Migo 50th anniversary fig from Ross for $5. Nice. Yeah, Penguin's a nice looking figure. I've seen him too. Finish Bob. See what happens when he leave the room. Yeah, apparently, Butch Geist did, in fact, leave us today. Jupiter, the Target, where I found Xavier in North Kenton, had many of the exclusives, but the packages were all crushed. Good thing the packaging is just as trash around my toy. Hey man, listen, I have no shame, zero shame. When I'm watching this thing match, when he does the howl, I will not miss the chance to do it because that's my call and response there. Stairs up, ow! I mean, absolutely love when he was fighting Flair and he do the woo, and this thing would go, ow! It's my guy. Lawson, I just don't get it. McFarlane does Wonder Woman, Power Girl, Empower Page Puncher, Supergirl, and they sell out in minutes. How is he not giving us tons of female hero figures? They sell faster than all the rest. Excellent question. And there's a ton he still needs to do. So many. Let me see if I actually remember to save this photo here. Because this one was I don't know. Was it troubling or was it like, oh, come on, Todd, don't do this to us. Don't. Yeah. All right, here we go. And I did find it. Shout out me for finding this photo easily. All right. So, new platinum edition figures. So you see the Red Lantern Guy Gardner. I don't know what's going on with Mr. Terrific. Don't recall seeing this look ever. But you'll see in the middle right here, this Hawk girl. She's done up in the colors of classic Hawk Girl. And of course, there's some modern flourishes from this version of Hawk Girl that's included. But she's painted up more in a classic style, right down to her cowl helmet. Is this going to be the best or the closest we get to a classic Hawk woman who, of course, is missing her hair on the sides? Is this going to be one of those cases where it's going to have to be good enough because we're not going to see her? I almost feel like much like that. Here you sort of kind of go Hawkman that we got in the classic JLA Hawkman colors. This might be it. I don't know. I really hope that's not the case, but looks like that could be an option if we don't actually get a good one later on down the road. David Thanos, I got Green Lantern, Sinestro, and Lex. Also pre-ordered Cyborg Superman. Missed him by that much. Shout out to those of you old enough to remember and get that one. Riddler and Batman Super Friends on GameStop. Nice. G. Bruce says, yeah, McFarlane, where my big Bart at? David Thanos, my favorite is the Super Friends. Been waiting on that for a while. Nice. Sup, suckers? What's up, Northern Nomad? King Collector. I did see the my targets had none of this. They look great, but I don't want to buy any because I don't think he can finish the team before his license is over. Don't doubt Todd. I mean, it's just May. He can be like, hey, here's a whole other wave. And what do we need? Like 3 waves, 4, 5, let's say 4 waves to get the really important characters. I think he could do it. I mean, he's done this stuff. Now the real question is, how will he pull off characters like Apache Chief, Giganta, Gorilla Grodd, Solomon Grundy, those figures, those characters that need to be a little bit bigger? I mean, it's not like he couldn't do them, but love to see that. And I'm kind of like, I don't want to start and then get disappointed. And the Riddler's crazy expensive, but we'll see. I feel like whenever they do come to my Target, I'll wait until they have one of those sales where it's like spend 100, get 25 off. We'll see. I know they've got to have a sale while these figures are still around. Kaiser Kaiju. I want more Jack specifics, Mario figures from Mario 2 and 3 specifically. Have they been doing the games or just looks that they could kind of fudge in from the movie? Excuse me. Agreed. That Cyborg Superman looks awesome. Lost and best news I heard about Hasbro still doing Marvel Legends, Hulk line figures. I'm hopeful that we'll finally get Di Sampson, General Ross, the UFOs, and maybe a new decent Hulk. We gotta hope so. Ryan Daly, Todd is still a 13-year-old in a grown-up's body. Ever hear him talk? I have. I actually met him. Very nice, very nice guy. I was like, because if there are people in the comic book industry who, yeah, maybe it's not like, oh, I excuse him for being a jerk, but like, I understand you've done all this stuff. You could not be cool, but he was exceedingly cool. I was so like, huh? Because you get in your head like, this guy's probably gonna think he's a big deal. He even made his own figure line. But he was so cool. He speaks of baseball metaphors constantly. I love how he always says things are cool. I mean, I'm with you on that 13-year-old thing because that's like a little kid who just learned cool, and he says it so much. But it's like, love his appreciation, his enthusiasm. So I hope everything continues to go well for him after the DC license wraps up because I like seeing people succeed in pushing other companies to work harder. See you later. Hasbro, Jeffrey's assistants continues, y'all. Will finish the teams and make more crazy characters. Yes. I'm gonna knock out another complete the crew because it's overdue and we still got some teams and I need to see completed. King Collector. I had the DC Direct Super Friends and I sold them. Man, I regret it now. He didn't do a complete group of that team, though, did they? Andre, what's going on? What's sorry to get soap? Found one ultimate. Which ultimate? I'm so curious. Did you put it later? I don't see it. Okay. Man, I want a classic Black Canary too. And Green Arrow to go along with her. Henry G, big week. Top of the list. HasLab Omega Prime. Nice. Age of the Primes, Generation 2 Grimlock. What is this? Age of the Primes? That's what it is. Fugitive, Waspinator, Banshee, Rom, Our Man, Counterhawk, Deadshot, Adam Strange, Simpsons Wave 3, Great Muda. Henry, you always have the best week of pickups. What was your favorite? Man, that's some solid stuff there. You would love an updated Red She-Hulk. Yeah, it was kind of when I started to like, you know what, Marvel? I'm gonna sit y'all out for a second. Which one did they, what buck did they have her on? Ultimate Eye. Wow. So your store actually has the new wave of Marvel Legends. Nice. Very good. John Battle, what's going on? What's up, Mr. Lousy Party? How's everyone doing tonight or this evening? It's party time right now. How are you, John? Have a good time talking about what we picked up. Shout out to everybody watching. It's not commenting on the chat. You can join us at any time. Just say what's up. Don't bite. Always happy to hear from everybody here hanging out with us on a Thursday. David Thanos, they need to release that Wonder Woman in the digital line. Yes, they did it with Flashpoint Barry. Come on, Todd. Yeah, and I would assume that if we got a DC digital version of Wonder Woman, it would be like that Amazing Superman, Green Lantern, Flash that we got. Like, come on, dude. Tom Finn, Targets in my area got full cases of Ultimate Iron Man and Miles. That is so weird. Huh. Maybe my Target is really slipping. Rick H, Justice Lord Batman, and Our Man from Target with the help of friends Sir Jeff and Matt Clark, the Kryptonian. Always happy to help. And congratulations on your pickups. Lawson, I love those retro Star Wars bubbles on those figures. It conveys space age coolness. It does. And I am so not a metal card collector, but these look really cool and fun. Kaiju. I just hate how the figures sell out minutes and I have no idea what, dude, it is like, yeah, because this week I haven't been able to just be right by my phone when the pre-order hits. I forget when it's 1 o'clock. I'm like doing other things like, oh no, I missed the window. And I go to the window, it is like closed with a sign, sold out. I'm like, come on. Because I'm trying to get that Cyborg Superman. I was like, oh man, I can't believe it. Got the Eradicator. but I need to get the bad guy, the whole art. John Battle. I picked up the ROM, Iron Man and Spider-Man, and by far, Spider-Man is the worst of the line. Which Spider? Oh, you talking about the Miles? Why? What's up with the figure? Let me know. Kenta Krustovsky. I want that Blade Runner thing so badly. I did pick up the white and blue at Target last week. So the Blade Runner version is the chase. And did we get any clarification? Because I think I asked last week, but I don't know if anybody knew either. Did Mattel show off of Blade Runner's Ultimate Warrior or Rock? I felt like they did. Michael Solis. GameStop, Walmart has a comic book Marvel Legends on shelves. I have seen Adam Warlock and Banshee at the GameStop that I've gone to. They also still had Sebulba from the Black Series. No Luminera, though. I should have gotten her at the same time. Ryan Daly. Bizarro had a pre-order at GameStop only. This sold out in 2 minutes, but people were finding him in Walmart. Time to go to Walmart yet again. But the close Walmart to me doesn't have McFarlane figures or any new ones. Because there's so many new ones to have, and they have that Flash with the fading legs. They have Captain Cold. They have what other figures did they have? Maybe that's the two they have. Yeah, it is like, come on. Tom Finn, in addition to McFarlane Palooza, I got the Lazy Monster Oak Town Fairy Elf Guard. Man, that title just sounds amazing. Beautiful figure. Definitely 7 inches, though. Not 112 is claimed on the back. Well, there we go. Harry G. With more Elite Legends. Kurt Angle, Godfather, Masterverse, Vintage Zodak, Shock T, Luminera, Unduly, 20th, Revenge of the Sith, Dooku, R2, Kit Fisto, Tactical Ops Trooper, Mech Invasion Loader, and Mixer Complete. You've already completed? Oh, okay. The Mech Invasion version and Devastator. Okay. How did you like Dooku? I didn't see him or the Tactical Ops Trooper. Maybe they did sell out, but I told myself I'm not getting the Count Dooku. Of course, if I see him and he looks so much cooler, I might have to go and get him. And I definitely want to get the Tactical Ops Trooper. Kenta found 5-inch Homer. Oh, so they do have them. Okay, I wasn't mistaken when I was reading that. $8. Yeah, I think I would try that out there, especially for a Homer. Like for Krusty. Yes, Krusty the Clown, not Krustovsky. Yeah, I would. I'd be interested in that. Oh, it is Utah. Thank you. Jamlin. Big week for me. Pickups Adam Strange, Neck of Return of the Living Dead 2-pack, and Baseball Homer. Love that. Well, Mr. Burns, if you have all these players, you won't need us. Well, duh. Deliveries, Supergirl, Morphonauts, Brilliant, Lock, Mezco Woodford, Kaiju number 8, and a pile of loot including Red Sonja, Deadshot, Professor X with Hoverchair, Maximum Spidey, Meryl, Cyclops, Legends of Dragnor, Ignortor, Reaction Plus, Snake Eyes, and New Attorney Evil Lynn. Yo, you got a good haul too. It's like you and Henry G battling for the best haul of the week. Which is your favorite? David Thanos also got in the mail Bone Crusher, Slingshot, Prime, Angle, and Ultimate Hogan. Which which Prime is that? Because I know people are seeing that Studios Series 86 version. Let me see here. Because this one I should be able to find in my thread pretty quickly. Because this was recent in our threads chat. Here I said that. There we go. This one. Is this the one that you got? That Prime? It's interesting because I'm like, that's a cool looking Prime, but it's not. I mean, where's the trailer? Of course, that's just me being funny. Lost and pre-ordered Adam Strange from McFarlane's site. It was supposed to ship yesterday, but no notice so far. I hope, or soon. I hope. Hank Day. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Hank? What did you get? Found an Adam Strange and Deathstroke. You found Deathstroke? Good grief. This is ridiculous. Frankie, I am starring your question or your response. Definitely want to get those. Retro Robo, they are the 5-inch articulated Simpsons. They're comparable in size to the little Playmate ones. I grabbed a couple of those old playsets like Comic Guys store and the collectors there. So much fun. Do they fit in those playsets? Because that would be really cool. Now I need them to do Futurama next. Only if you take my money now. King Collector. Star Wars Black Series has really been stepping their game up in sculpt and paint they have. My Prince Zizor looks great, and now Luminary and Shakti are looking better than most of my other Jedis. Yeah, I was like, man, these two look really good. Yeah, there's still a lot more Jedi that I'd be down to buy. So again, happy that Hasbro will be continuing them. Pixelated poses. What's up? Week's pickups. Banshee, CT Toys Amazing Spider-Man 2.0, and 3 CT Toys. Excuse me, Wolverines. Which are those? Which are the 3 versions they've done? I have the Mayfex, but I can leave the CTs on the desk and not care as much. Solid. I got you. Hank Day. I want a McFarlane Linda Carter Wonder Woman or Wonder Woman with heels. Man, she'd be even taller there. Snake Eyes. PC is Recyclops Gaming PC Ryzen 5. Man, that's a lot going on there. Hank Day, the McFarlane Superman collection is getting wild. Very multiversal. Yeah. I mean, I feel like they're actually starting to compete with. I mean, it'd be really interesting to see how close the Superman figures are compared to all the Batman variants at this point. Yeah, it is a shame with Hawkgirl because I don't think we're gonna get a classic one if that platinum is gonna be the here you go. We gave you this figure. Frankie the MCU collector. Where's Batman and Robin McFarlane Bane? We need that one before McFarlane loses the rights. Great question. Was Freeze? No. What was the 4th figure in that wave? Batgirl. Yeah, of course. Maurice Barlow, may the force be with you. And also with you. Yeah, the 4th is, what is that? That's a boring, what's it, Sunday? I gotta figure out which movie I'm gonna watch. Maybe we should do a watch along. Blake, I really hope McFarlane does a very classic Hawkman and the new Super Friends line. Just finish that line, please. Yeah. Jalen Parks, man, maybe I should have saved the lots I cut off of Hawkman so I could glue them on the Shira. Maybe so. I wonder how hard that Hawkman would be to find now. Lawson regarding Hawkwoman. Cut off hair from the Hawkman and paste it on the Hawkwoman's hair. Everybody on the red paint. I think this is going to be the only versions of Hawkwoman we get. This is so weird because this happened last night where Jamelin was saying something. I'm trying to remember who it was. They said it at the exact same time, which is so odd. Jamelin, you're just synced up with the chat, my man. Hank Day. I hope Ty can give us Lex Luthor in superpower suit. Superpowers, Brainiac in 7-inch, and Alex in the suit, and Clark Kent in the suit. Yeah, it's kind of weird. We don't have Clark Kent in the suit, isn't it? Rick Cage, Maxwell Smart, you got it. Don Adams was a funny guy. He was. Hank Day. When it comes to Mattel, since they signed Demolition, we could also get Repo Man, El Matador, Arriba, Kogo Beware, lots of classics, hopefully. And Chrono Crash, all the different versions of Crash. King Electric. Yeah, I like the classic look for Hawkgirl better. Did I miss McFarlane classic Cyborg Superman pre-order? Yes. It looks like he replaced my old DC Essentials, which is a great figure. The DC Essential one or the DC Direct one? The DC Direct one's still my favorite. Let me take you through to GameStop really fast. For their McFarlane new deals are spawning. But yeah, good luck trying to find the figures. All right, let me see here if I can pull this up. Does it keep doing that? There we go. Oh, not you. You. But that's what the problem was. All right, let me do this. I went to my wrong window. That would do it when I McFarlane. Yes. That's what the problem was. For some inexplicable reason, I took the window out. All right, let's do that again. Yeah, let's just do this. There we go. Paste and go. Awesome. All right, let's see. Problem solved. Let's see here. I think you all are seeing what I'm seeing now. Yes, terrific. So he's right here. Cyborg, Superman, 2564 for pros. He is like, so unavailable. They have the not available. Now, release date is this month, just a couple weeks. So I'm really hoping that we can get this guy cloth soft goods cape. So that gets a little bit of advantage over that DC Direct one. But does he have the hole in the leg? Let's see. Because to me, that is like some really crucial parts. So he's got this rib cage section, and this is actually sculpted. Yay, Todd. Let's see here. Can we get this other look? Because I really want to send you. Oh man, he's got the hair right. Solid. Got to do this. These pictures are not showing the side shot that I want to see if we got that. But GameStop has actually been pretty solid about having stuff in their stores. Maybe I'll go old school with them and go into the store, pull out the little slip, the paper thing that they have there for their figures, and go, "Hello, sir. I'd like to pre-order this when it comes in stock." It's worth a shot. Lawson, I feel like Todd actually does make an effort to improve his toys. His aesthetics isn't always my own, but he listens to fans and what they want. Cloth capes, vehicles under 100. Exactly. That was huge. Blake, Jeff, do you know if McFarlane is only giving up the 7-inch line, but keeping the superpowers and Super Friends line? I gotta assume that they're gonna get folded into the Mattel deal. They haven't said any specifics, and I know Todd was kind of vague on that when he was asked, like right after the deal with Mattel was announced. So I don't know. Maybe that would be great. That way you can keep doing stuff. I mean, there's no reason that Mattel has to have it all. It's not like they're going to be the only people where you can get DC figures from. Maybe somebody can put out to the McFarlane team. See if they'll respond to me. They are pretty good sometimes. And Todd tries to line landfills throughout the US with tons of unloaded Batman figures. Just not Batman Nightfall. Yes. Crazy thought. Rodney, I love crazy thoughts. How do you feel about McFarlane doing the Wonder Twins? I'd buy them. Only if he makes Gleek a San Diego Comic Con exclusive. No, I think that'd be fun. He's done 2-packs before. So yeah, I mean, he keeps doing 2-packs. Yeah. I don't see. I mean, the Wonder Twins were actually useful. Unlike Marvin and Wendy, who were lame. Wonder Twins were solid. Van Doom, my wife actually picked up Iron Man and found a platinum Power Girl for me this week. See, I love when the spouse comes through. So, what do you have to do on that end? Like, what would be the wife equivalent of finding a platinum or a chase figure? I feel like we need to get that in there. Boris Mortis, even Jeff. I managed to get Savage Land Professor X at my local Target. I feel like I walked into an alternate universe. Clearly, you're not at Lawson's area. Congratulations. That figure's fun. He is literally in my photo booth to shoot right now. Lawson, David Thanos has the right idea to use the digital line to give us classic figures. Absolutely. 16 Anarchists. Got Banshee in the mail. Love having that giant size team. Picked up Adam Strange to go with my silver Bronze Age DC setup. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, even though he's not all the way classic, that Adam Strange will work too. Henry G. Hey, Jeff, one of the benefits of being a middle-aged collector with grown kids, all my money is mine. And wifey, of course. Just keep her happy and I'm good. Yes, you've got the formula down pat. Rodney says, Ben Doom, your wife's the real MVP. Gotta agree with you on that. Shoots and Toys, I'm starring your comment for soon. I don't know how it already became a full hour into the show. It's always so fast. Hank Day also excited about Battle Armor. Coco, I'm in love with the Coco. Michael Silvers. Miles looks like he could give birth with those hips. He's got birthing hips. Lawson. My Walmarts never seem to have much of anything. Shells look like that outhouse in Jurassic Park after the T-Rex ate the lawyer. King Collector. Rodney be great for McFarlane to do the Wonder Twins and Gleek. I still have my DCC versions of them. And I do not because I missed out on them because of great decisions over there. Jibru. I met Chris Claremont at a convention. He was pretty cool. Yeah, he was too. I'm pretty sure when I met him and got this signed by Kevin McGuire because I think they were right next to each other. And I was like, oh my gosh, so much childhood and current day adulthood fan geek out moment here. McGuire, Claremont, and like And of course, it's like, thank you so much for all that you've done for my entertainment. You have no idea. And they were both really cool. His wife called him in the middle of his panel and did not care that he was busy at all. Yeah, seems about right, right? Harry G, all my return Revenge of the Sith figures were ordered online. Oh, I think about that part. So I wonder if Dooku and the TAC Ops troop are not showing up in stores yet. They go into Walmart now. Lawson, I want some company to do Thundar figures and Space Ghost figures. I had that Coast to Coast Space Ghost, but I need Jan, Jason Blip. You also need to read Space Ghost from Dynamite. It's great. Speed Racers now coming too. So check those out. Devin B, I picked up a Power Girl, non-platinum. I found a Target in case anyone in this group still needs one. That's cool to know. So Target's got her in there too. All right, good deal. G-Brew, I got the Lady Sniper G.I. Joe from Generic Military Figure Anniversary line at Ross for 16. Very good pickup. Rick Cage, Luke, Punisher War Machine, MDLX Mega Man, Green Lantern Bash, Chase, Great White Wolf by Loose Collector. Which was your favorite pickup? John Battle, the hips are horrible. And the unmasked head is too big for the body. They tried making him in this teen size, but it was a fail. That's disappointing. Thank you for that. Because I was like, oh, this will be an improvement over the one I've got. But apparently it won't be. Thank you. Jalen, man, Jeffrey, I don't even know my favorite yet. I've only opened a few. So far, Red Sonja is fun. Red Sonja, you say? Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, that reminds me. We've got a Red Sonja giveaway. Tell you what, let's do a little something different this time because I want to try to make this. I want to try to do the giveaway a little bit different with the wheel. So, for those of you who were here last week to take advantage of this, email me at lylesmoviefiles@gmail.com right now the special code to get into the Red Sonja giveaway. And I will go from there. So I'll leave that up for a few more seconds. Lyles Movie Files, my last name, Lyles, moviefiles@gmail.com. And start sending me. All you need to do is put your name in, the name you want on screen for the Red Sonja giveaway. Or you can just put your name that you're using right now. All right. The Vegas Tiki, the new Marvel Legends ROM is legit. He looks awesome, right? G-Root, CT did Burn Wolvie, Tiger Stripe, and Halverine. Thank you. That was the third one I was trying to remember. What's the best classic Batman McFarlane made? That one. But if you can get them with the darker shading gray and the shading on the cow, that was the best one. I don't have the best one. I had like the second best one, but really good. So that one, the Nightfall Batman, if you can track that down, it is a really, really great figure. And it stands up like, over the different Batmans in that look we've gotten. George Emery, what's up, George? Jeff, where do I get my naked Count Von Count? They're sold out online at Target. They really are. Gosh, man, it was wild because it's like I feel like these stores need to do a better job of like, hey, they want this stuff. And I feel like I don't see these Sesame Street figures languishing on the pegs like I do some of their other stuff. He's like, boy. And then their search engine is awful. I mean, you just have to know what you're looking for. I'm trying to see if he'll even show up on their website. Of course, he will not. Boy. I don't understand. I'm literally on their website and I will not find it. Now, let's see. When I just did this search, it's so weird. Like on the online deal, like on Google, it says he's there. Ugh. All right. Don't forget, email me there. All right. So, what I have found helpful sometimes with Target and sometimes with Walmart, when you do this, notify me when it's back. They will actually let you know. So, try that. Also, another thing you do is this works. Go to specifications and ask somebody at the like an associate who looks like they're in a helpful mood. Given that information, they might be able to look it up and see if their store has it. But if their store doesn't have it, maybe also they can tell you a store that does have it in stock. So that's a helpful way to do it. So there are ways around not getting the figures. All right, I've got people responding. Let me do this really quickly. I am going to put these in so I can see if I can make this work. So let's see. I'm gonna do this. And so we got some folks already set for the giveaway, but they just got to make sure they have the proper code. How fun is this? All right. So Method to Madness is indeed in. So is Michael Solis. Also in. John Morrissey is in. Lar A is in. King Collector in. Maurice, do you remember the code from last week? Let me see here. There we go. I'm sorry. Monkey Dave, you are in here as well. Yeah, let's see. Is there another one? Will there be another? Retro Robo in. And let's see. Did I get everyone? Got King Collector, John Morrissey, Lar A, Monkey Dave, Retro Robo, Michael Solis, and Method to Madness. Great. So I'll give you a few more moments to do that. Let's see here how that looks on here. So right now, that's who have got into the big deal. I'll give you maybe a few minutes, Tell you what, man, we'll give it a clue. Ha, that's what I can do. All right, let's see here. Prime Kurt Angle. I was doing all that Optimus Prime, and I was like, maybe he's just talking about Kurt. It is Prime Stint. Lawson, the Silver Age Superman looks so good on my shelf next to Nightfall, Batman, Flashpoint Flash, Digital Hal Jordan, Wonder Woman, Firestorm, Red Tornado, Martian Manhunter, Power Girl, and Supergirl. Do you have Aquaman and Firestorm? I think they're pretty solid too. Bloodsport. Nice. Spider-Man. My most recent figure was a Mezco Ghostface. It's awesome. Nice. King Collector. Did anyone get that Star Wars Black Ronin? He was $70 on Amazon. I just couldn't buy it at that price. But he also had a droid. Jeeber, I wanted Lois Lane in Soups. Too bad. Todd, where's Lois, Todd? She's an essential DC character, Todd. It's Todd. Are you watching? Lawson. Jeffrey, I passed on all the Todd Superman movie figures. Don't collect MCU figs either. I did manage to snag a Jade figure this week, but she left GameStop in a hurry. She did. Rodney, those GameStop exclusives will pop up around release dates or normally can pre-order in stores. I'm about to do that with him. Method Madness King Collector. I honestly just want that gorgeous box art with the art on it. Those figures are secondary. King Collector. When was the Cyborg Superman pre-order? Was it this week? Yes. I check Big Bad every day. It must have sold out in seconds. Yeah. Hank Day. Todd is smart though. For a small company to drop a big label like DC with the incoming tariffs, he saw them a mile away. He could always get the line back in 2032. You know what? Maybe there's something to that too. Jamily, dang, that Hank Henshaw is looking pretty decent. I haven't grabbed any of the McFarlane Reign of the Superman though. I have, however, been getting the Mayfix one. Superboy should be here soon. Yeah, I need to get Superboy. He's the last one for me of this. They haven't announced anybody else, but I still want Green Lantern. I want Supergirl. I want Bloodwind, even though he's not part of the Return of Superman story. I do want him. Not yet. Apparently, 2 weeks from now. No, just next week. My target, Savage Land, might as well be a lost world. Hank Day. If I could do a proper Teen Titans Robin, that would be a million times more awesome than the Miz. Awesome. King Lighter. Method to Madness, I want it, but why is it 70? I can see 45, but 70? It's got a cool box though. Hank Day and a Felix Foss. I still got my custom DCs. Yeah, he's one I don't understand why we didn't get either. Age Rothgars, what's going on? Just joined. Just going back and watching from the beginning. Glad to hear you're here with us. King Elector lost, and I can't believe I missed the pre-order for that McFarlane Cyborg Superman. I was checking for that every day. John Battle. If anyone has a Hulkbuster, you can swap the Tony head with the new Iron Man. It looks like it nanotechs off him. Well, that's solid. Oh, really? Chicago Toy Show last weekend was epic. That's cool. Did you pick up a bunch of stuff? Lawson wonders if Legends will do a new Hellfire Club box set where all the female figures come with purple paint. DJ Jedi, what's going on? Marvel Legends. First Game Reverse Miles is still the best Hasbro's done so far. It is pretty solid. Lawson, shout out for David Thanos for hooking me up with the NECA count figure. Jibru, I've seen NECA Ernie in stores. I think he was gone the next time I was in. The NECA Sesame Street figure seemed to vanish as soon as it. Yeah, like I got both of them. That was one I was like, yeah, I'm not chancing because it was like, their shirts. There's a little, like, all right, this paint job can be sketchy on these. I don't want to rely to get them online. I'm so glad I did because I haven't seen them count. It's sticking around a little bit longer. But yeah, y'all let me know who all needs count. You can also email me there and I'll put the call out. So like our guy David Thanos always helping everybody else, like Lawson helping everybody out. We can help our fellow channel members here. Rothgars, I'm saving your comment. Good luck to all the Loud Figure Files crew who gets entered for the red Sonja figure. Looking forward to sending it out to the winner. It's a great figure with great head sculpts and accessories. I help email. Oh, let me see here. There you go. That's it. So if you were watching last week and have the code, you just email me there. Jalen Price, who wants to enter but doesn't have the password? Wow, I got super big font on that piece chart. Good luck to everyone who entered. All right, let's see here. Now, someone in the chat helped y'all out. All right, let's see here. I've got King Elector. Let's see. Vincent Wyndham. Oops, why did I say it that way? All right, let me do this. Oops. All right, so I got Vincent now. I also have the Vegas Stinky. All right, let's see here. All right, let me just do that instead of trying to type your name properly here. And I'm going to do this at 9:45. So remind me. All right, let's see here. So it's still rolling. More names are being added every day. Let's see here. Every day. There you go. So that's what I've got right now. DJ Jedi, Best McFarlane Batman's Nightfall, Detective 27-3, Adam West. That Adam West one. Yeah, I forgot. That's a great one too. I do have Aquaman and Firestorm. They're there, but my Aquaman has a Barry Allen head on him. You're not the only one that's done that. Good luck, figure fan. Excuse me, Michael Solis. I normally don't collect 5-inch Motu, but I picked up the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collab and I had no idea that the figures are interchangeable. I felt like a child in a candy store or an adult in a candy store. I don't know why we always say that because it's like adults eat candy too. John Battle. GameStop is on top of everything, but G.I. Joe figures. They haven't gotten any new ones, but they haven't had a bunch of new Joes coming. Maybe, I guess we had some coming, but there's nobody has any new Joes right now. Rick Cage telling you the secret. Laura, I'm fine with Todd losing DC. Let him focus on bringing better quality classic Mortal Kombat figures. Might even finish the lineup. Not sure Storm. Storm did not. They absolutely did not do that. All right. Let's see. Don't forget, if you want to enter in this Red Sonja giveaway, email me at loudsmoviefiles@gmail.com. And just to remind you all what you are competing for tonight. Competing, spinning the wheel. It's a competition. Here's this Red Sonja figure. Solid, really good, really cool looking figure. Plenty of accessories, articulation, great stuff. And you need some more. Check this out, my guy over the push, Matthew K. Doing the work here to sell y'all on this figure. I mean, his action shots are some of my absolute favorite. I mean, he just always does an incredible job with his figure photography. Red Sonja in action. Check out his full review over on the Fush. Back up. I think we've got all the wackiness going on squared away. So check it out over on the Fush. But always love seeing what he does with these figures. Like, oh man, it looks so amazing. It's so cool. And Red Sonja looks great. So check that out when you get a chance. Tell him I sent you. Oh, that's you. Oh, okay. Let me change that up then. Do of course that does make more sense. All right. So who else is going to paint more chrome on Cyborg Superman? I don't know. It looks pretty solid. Really do need a Robin X figure. My custom one is holding strong, but it would be great to have a McFarlane one. I would like to see that. Jalen was saying, speak up now. Anyone wants to enter but can't. David Thanos. So the wife rudely interrupted while I'm watching the show. I kind of heard someone looking for the naked count. Yes. Oh man, who was it? Darn it. Yeah, y'all need to let me know because it's like a lot of comments, and I don't remember who said that. H. Rothkers. I got a fans toy FT11 spotter and a KO clear Marvel Legends battle damage sentinel. Oh, very cool. Where did you get that from? David Thanos, check your best buys. They're also getting the neck. Oh, are they? Oh. Eric T. How to enter. All you do, send me the code at loudsmoviefiles@gmail.com. And then I will put you into it. And let's see here. Where is my email? There we go. Oh, wow. Emails are coming away. All right, let's see. Jamelin doing solid work for y'all. Solid work. If you win courtesy of Jamelin, you should send him a fruit basket. Let's see. Blake Tarpley. Oops. Maurice Phillip. Good time zone. Good time to win. Jeff White. Jeff White, is that your I feel like that's probably not your handle. You can just tell me what it is. David Thanos. All right, so then Eric T. Oops. That's it. I'm on thing. Okay. All right, let's see. I think now, let's see. Fleecy! Sup, Jeff? Sup? Figure Files crew just passing through. Enjoy your evening. Catch you on the replay. Thanks for hanging out, man. Hope you enjoy the show. Lawson. Boss Fight does quality figures. I was a fan before I started illustrating their packaging. The packaging is cool. I got you. King Letter Lawson. Exactly. I had that NECA Flash Gordon head on my Aquaman too. The NECA Flash Gordon head. Huh. How does that look? I'm curious on that now. If anyone needs Cyborg Superman, hit me up. I'll order extra just in case one of my figure files brethren need me. I love it. Y'all are like doing a thing. Appreciate y'all looking out for everybody. That is very cool. Devin B, I need one. Blake, Jeff, I emailed you my entry. Fingers crossed we get a Teen Titans Terror figure. Hey, GameStop, where my April Jones at? Right. David Thanos, boss fight is killing it. Also loving the Lucha Libre line. Jalen Parsons, an all-star collector. He's the kind of collector that makes me happy for the hobby. Absolutely, Boston. Cheshire Monkey. Thank you. There we go. Got 15 entries right now. Ben Doom, Lawson, thank you for putting her in the giveaway. Blake says, Harry J would love a Cyborg Superman. We might need to do a giveaway for your Cyborg Superman, Harry. All right, let's see here. So, it's at 9:45. So, we got time for one more thing here. And bam. So, here we go. We've got all these people. I'm not spinning yet. I don't know why I said here we go. Let's do this. Still got some time. Now, while we're collecting names, and last chance for me, all you gotta do, email me the code from last week's show to enter in to get the red Sonja. I will let the comments go for a little bit and then I'll come back to it. So I'll make sure I have everyone who is entering in tonight. But let's talk about this topic. And somehow they keep getting later and later in the show. And my apologies for everybody who has to go to work, including me. Apparently, I like talking about figures. So I the Hour Man figure is out now from McFarlane Toys. I'm a huge fan of the Justice Society. I'm rereading All-Star Squadron right now. I love those costume designs. I think they're so well done, simple, but they get to the point of the character and they're cool. And Our Man is one of those figures whose his DC Classics was a little small. His DC Direct figure is kind of small. And I think of him more as like a broad guy. And I think, let me see here if I can pull up this artwork, because this is like my favorite version of Our Man. Golden Age. I had to like, what was the name of that great comic book story? Oh, there we go. But does this really capture how he looks? Not really. Let's see here. Oh, come on. This is just not helpful. Mini series. Let's try it this way. There we go. Wow. I love when things are like not at all helpful when you do that Google search. Here we go. This could work. All right. So this great book, The Golden Age from James Robinson and Paul Smith. Excellent. Our Man is portrayed in this cover from Paul Smith's artwork the way I envision him, wider, like a little bit of a tank. And this is the original, not original, almost original members of the JSA. But yeah, they look cool. And Our Man, I've always kind of figured a little wider. So his figures have always been a little too small. This McFarlane one, solid. And McFarlane actually did a really great version of Our Man in the Superpowers line. And I was like, oh man, this is great. And this is why I was like, well, do I want to get into the Superpowers line? Because this is so good. And here, I mean, this is what I want. The hood is perfect. That's perfect. That's how it looks without the shading. And I would certainly paint that up. The Green Lantern looks great too. Ditto for the Starman. And I love the way that he implemented how to do it, where plastic sculpted hood and then a soft goods cape. And he's got a little hourglass there too. I mean, that's what I wanted for this guy. And we didn't really get that. We got some weird version where it's this hybrid of other figures. It's basically using the Spectre mold, and the Spectre mold was solid for him, not so much for an Our Man figure, especially not now that he's doing soft goods, cloth, wired capes. This Our Man figure just not getting it done for me. He's got like almost everything right. Is the cape in the hood, it's so far off and it's just really throwing me off. And I'm like, this is a bad execution of a character that I really want. And because Our Man is a figure that I really like, I'm probably gonna get this figure. I'm probably gonna wait till he hits on one of those clearance drop points. But I'm gonna get him knowing that I'm not gonna like certain aspects of the figure, and I'm gonna have to fix it. Whether that's getting a soft goods custom cape from somebody, a whole different head sculpt. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to invest in this figure, which is why I really need to wait till it goes super low on clearance. But I'm kind of like, yeah, that's why I'm just resigned to buying, even though he's not a perfect figure. There are other ones where I buy and I'm like, this was dumb. You don't want this figure. You don't need it because the figure's not good enough. Like the Marvel Girl, like that Marvel Legends Marvel Girl figure is such a huge disappointment because they just decided to abandon everything that made sense with that figure. Like, hey, who needs articulation? Not this Marvel Girl figure. No double jointed elbows, no bicep swivel. Her torso has that kind of rocker torso deal, which is sort of okay. Her skirt is way too restrictive, so she has basically no leg articulation, and the hairstyle totally off again. I don't know why they keep doing that deal where it's like, let's just go with a minor hairstyle. Doesn't work. So that figure's super flawed, and I bought her anyway. Another one, the hood, terrible execution on the hood, and I'm like, this should be a soft goods figure, like one of your few you do. They butchered the hood on the hood figure. And I got him anyway. It's like, well, got to get the hood in the collection. Sabretooth, the latest first appearance one, bad right away. I knew this. And I'm like, yeah, but a Sabretooth, I was using the face off version and I need a better one. And this is slightly better, slightly. But yeah, not great. Every Surfer Sting figure we've gotten from Mattel, because they used the wrong torso mold. This one is probably the most egregious because they gave him that Batista torso, which does not allow the figure to rest the arms flush. So it looks like this, which is terrible. And he's got a sour face, but the head sculpt is too big too. So my favorite wrestler, next to Bret Hart, or 1B to 1A, it just terrible figure. And I really need a better one for him. And they just, because of course he's in AEW now, and I'm never going to get a great version of Sting, but they did give us a great head sculpt. So figures of Sting aren't that expensive to track down on eBay, thankfully. So I need to get some Ultimate Edition figures and just go nuts on Surfer Sting customs. I might have to break it all out, put them back in action, because I need some more Sting figures, have articulation that can fight my Great Muta, my Terry Funk figure, my Ray Flair figure. So yeah. All right. So those are just some of mine. Let's see what you all said. Let's go into it. But there were a whole bunch of people who commented that I absolutely need to do that. Cool. I will check that out in just a second. That is pretty cool. I have to see what that looked like. All right. Here are what some of the ones that you all said. Omug 3, Weapon 13, easy. Miles from the comic wave. Open the card and return it the next day. Man, wow, that figure, this must be a real terrible figure. This is like the most recent one that I'm hearing no one like. All right, let's see here. Lawson. Astonishing Emma Frost. Absolutely. And she was one I waited till I got her at the absolute cheapest price point. I think she was $7.49 after tax. And I still felt like I paid too much for the figure. Lawson. Also regretted buying the McFarlane metallic blue steel Superman figure. His hammer is droopy and his legs can't move forward at all. And you're the main reason I didn't buy that figure. Hopefully they get a better one coming out for us. Also regretted buying the McFarlane Supergirl with the red legs. The new Page Puncher Supergirl is worlds better. Yes. Also regretting buying Shazam. Shazam. No lightning. His head is terrible. Ugly. It's just ugly. I need to resculpt a classic head for him. I want to see what that does when you get it done. Also regret buying Molecule Man with the modern head. No classic head legends. Really? Huge disappointment. Almost as huge as his head, which is so big. It makes him like the same height as Dr. Doom. Tom Finn, DC Multiverse Hour Man. So frustrating when I let my love for a character hornswoggle me into buying a figure I know I'm not going to be happy with. Yes, man. I'm right there with you with that figure. Really, I regret buying all of them. Can I just have my $26,452.83 back? I want to get my mortgage paid off. Most of the McFarlane figures I've gotten these last 2 years have been great, but I'm glad I didn't buy that Tempest figure. Yes. Talk about ugly head sculpts. Tiny little Menard Krebs head. Ick. Yeah, Lawson. I didn't buy him either. I started. Now I'm here. Now that we have a decent Banshee, we just need that awful Marvel girl standing in the back of our now completed giant size X-Men. Yeah, man. She's awful. Undercover Colton. The McFarlane Starfire was just a weird figure. Super skinny and not at all heroic. That's one I regretted. Yeah. And I was so shocked that figure sold out everywhere too. Don't worry, I translated, so I got you. Oh, let's see. King Elector. I only have one figure I regret buying. I call it the Gary Coleman Sinestro. Yes. Wave 3 is a Mattel DCC original suit Sinestro. It was so small, it made my shelf look bad. I got that figure and I was like, why are you so small? And they released him in a 5-pack. Was that the 5-pack with Guy Gardner and John Stewart that I think I did keep? But I really wanted the Sinestro because it was like, what are y'all doing? That original was bad. He was one of the early terribly scaled figures, and I think besides him, it took him till Wave 7 to start messing that up again with Captain Cold, another Super Friends villain, and the Kid Flash, which I had in the thumbnail, just not great. Tom Finn remembers. Yeah, but I remember the controversy over that Sinestro. Did they make a resized classic version, or was that the Yellow Lantern version? They did both. My memory is fuzzy on which way they did them. I think we got them in a 2-pack as well. I think what they did was they made a Hal and a Sinestro in a 2-pack, but I'm not sure if it was the Sinestro core version or the classic look. But I know they released both to fix them up. Michael Solis, the most upsetting figure I ever bought was Superior Iron Man. First, too small. Second, wrong color. And finally showed up at Ross for dirt cheap. I still wouldn't recommend buying him on clearance. Wow. It's not a great figure at all. Frankie, the MCU collector. I'm going to answer the title of the video, and my figure is Marvel Legends Captain America Brave New World Red Hulk. One, FOMO got me, and because I know they're going to redo him with a better head sculpt. What do you think is wrong with the head sculpt? Because I thought that was a pretty solid likeness to Harrison Ford. Shoots and toys. Any MCU figure I bought is a regret for me. Why'd you buy them? Who cares? Because there's some that I'm like, oh, this is a bad idea. And there are others I like. H. Rothgars. My answer to this week's question is every Star Wars black figure from the credits collection or whatever it was called, with the plastic coins and terrible repaints of terrible figures. Yeah, I don't know why they did that line anyway. Such an odd choice. I did. I have you down. Let me see here. Pull up the wheel of names. Yeah, I have you. Let's see. I thought after I said it, yeah, you're here. You're covered. And as soon as I answer a few more of these comments, we'll do the spin. Rick Cage, I'm already at work. You know this, man. Time to smash that like button, y'all. Green Lantern and Starman look a little off though. I like it. Devin B. I don't regret any of the ones I buy. I do have a shelf of shame for figures that got better versions. I figure I can garage sale them. No, that's a good idea. Jeremy Sutton, DC directed Our Man. I think that's what you're saying. Way better, less articulation, but the sculpt was so much better. Yeah. Lost Wallace. Hashtag hate Legends Jean Grey straight hair. Yes, sir. Oh, Jeremy, it's cool. I got you. Pixelated poses. That Marvel girl is the worst at posing pictures. Man, she is so terrible. She's so bad. It's like, why? How did this happen? Why in the world did you all let this go through? Because it's so bad. It's so bad that I'm taking a few seconds to try to remember what the heck I did imposing her because she would not stand. And it was so frustrating. And she's so small. Like there's nothing good about that figure. So here's mine. And I have her posing with the classic team, and I'm just like, gosh, she's so short. She's shorter than all the other Marvel Girl figures. And yeah, maybe you could say this teenage version, but no, that doesn't work. So tiny because she's supposed to be the House of X version. So she should not have shrunk down. Check out this articulation. Look, she's got her arms back. Oh, look, she's thinking hard, maybe. She's got her hands on her hips now. And she's coming for it because those elbow joints are terrible. Oh, look, this movement. She's a terrible figure. Absolutely terrible. G-Brew, a short list of very disappointing figures. Marvel Legends Avalanche, Marvel Girl, Astonishing Emma, Age of Apocalypse, Cyclops. Yeah, I agree on that one too. NECA Mirage, Roof Battle Shredder, blue and black version. Marvel Legends Chamber. What's wrong? What's up with Chamber? That Marvel Girl is super boring. Yes. Saw Toy Games, who was here earlier, did that on his IG. Oh, Toy Games did the fix on Flash. Tiger Avenger. Have you ever read Sandman Mysteries? Yeah. You got me on the numberings, Doc. I have I've read Sandman Mystery Theater, but I don't remember which ones I've read. I know I didn't read the complete run. What's up with those though? Is there a reason I should check those out? Maurice, I kind of regret that Shuri is a Black Panther figure. Articulation sucks worse than I thought it would. The McFarlane Batman vs Superman Wonder Woman is also kind of disappointing, but not as badly as that Shuri. Yeah, she's yeah. You're talking about the one with Claw? Henry G. Lazy reuse has been the biggest flaw in the multiverse line and scale, but more so the cheap, lazy reuse. Yes. Oh, they tell the origin of Iron Man. All right, I'm writing that down because I want to check that out. Did they do a good job on it? Because I did enjoy 20s, 29 through 33. All right, cool. So you said her hair is the way it is because it's the House of X, but they did a terrible job on this. So like, even if her hair is like this, it doesn't look like how she does in a comic. So I mean, it's bad all around. I don't know why the figure's so bad. Pixelated poses definitely could use a better astonishing Emma. The current one barely stands up. True. Actually, most Hasbro Marvel Legend figures need remakes on the new body. Yeah, and she especially. Monkey Dave. Are all Sting figures made by the AEW company? No. So this one, this server Sting is from the AEW company. Mattel did have the license when Sting signed up and did his ridiculous stint where it's like, hey, Triple H needs to get his win back, loser. And so we got a good amount of Sting figures. Like, we got a really great Crow Sting figure. The only thing I wish is we got him from the what's his face? From the Monday Night Wars Ultimate Edition line, because that Sting figure is awesome. I've taken a lot of Monday Night War figures. I'm trying to figure out which one I would have that Sting figure in so you could see him the easiest, the quickest. Oh, here you go. But the Sting is awesome. They gave him a leather coat, and this is before they were doing that with all the figures. So here's that Sting. He's great. Good head sculpt. He's scaled properly to Lex the Giant and DDP. He's got his necklace, the Scorpion logo. I mean, the only thing is he's a regular elite figure, but man, I almost wonder if you could like transplant the shoulders and give him that alternate edition articulation, but he's really a figure. And they knocked him out. As bad as the Surfers things were, the Crows things were really good figures. My biggest disappointment for figures is no doubt the Mezco 112 collection. 89 Batman, literally delayed literally for years. And when it was finally released, it was really not good. That's terrible because I know there's a long wait on that one. G-Brew. Oh, the Super 7 Star Trek Next Generation Captain Picard sucks. He posed like a brick and its accessories could not be proper. That's even worse. Costa. What's up, Costa? I'm considering the DC Universe Classics line. I should wait for Mattel's 2026, but there's something charming about the old classics. Any MFT DC collectors restarting their DC collections in 2026? Oh, any McFarlane Toys DC collectors restarting. Yeah, I'm going to. But of course, it depends on what they look like. I mean, if they're like figures from 2000, then no, but I'm assuming that they're just remotely comparable. They're like a nice hybrid between what McFarlane gave us with like the swappable face plates, hair plates, soft goods capes, Marvel Legends scaling. I'm all in. But if they do some funky thing where it's all new and it's not good, no. Deep Images. What's up, Deep Images? Kid Flash McFarlane had off base. He looked bored too. You're right. Retro Robo, I was most disappointed with the TRU exclusive X-Men 5-pack, mainly because that team has a special place in my heart. So the lack of needed articulation and some goofy head sculpts was such a letdown. Yes. Looking at you, Beast and Angel. Rick H. Difficult question. I'm rarely disappointed, but Doc Samson was a big disappointment. And they made gazillions of versions of him like every other character. Have they? No. They should be funny on it. Rather than Madness. That's why I don't hate that figure as much as everyone else between that and the holes in her feet. I drilled so she doesn't topple over on display stands. Did that to Emma too. Yeah, but what's up with her height though? I mean, the height and articulation. Like, even if you were okay with the head sculpt, and I don't hate the head sculpt. I mean, that's the figure, that's the least issue with the figure. There's everything else, but that her articulation is just not great. Pixelated poses. Howard the Duck for an MCU TV wave was a bad deal. Should have come in with a 2-pack with something else. I agree. They have not made. Yeah. Right. Okay. Lawson. Probably my favorite figure that Legends has done is Iron. So cool they included that beautiful sculpted screaming head and made her cloak wings striped on both sides. I wish. I wish I never bought that figure at all. Toys R Us made the Sinestro Hal Target 2. They okay, thank you. I thought it was a 2-pack with those guys. Bloodstorm. I forgot about Bloodstorm, how terrible that Marvel Legend figure is. I opened it, fiddled with it, whined about how much she sucked, and immediately gave the figure to my niece. Oh, what's wrong with her? King Lecter. The Gary Coleman Sinestro from the old Mattel DCUC line has to always be mentioned. But talking about bad figures, and yes, Jeff, I forgot all about the small Captain Cold. Both were shelf nightmares. So bad. Like, awful. What's up, Lefty? Hello, Speaker Files crew. Loud Movie Files crew. Just made my collecting flight back to DC from South Texas for work. Hopefully, it was a productive and relaxing work trip. Watching this live stream is a much needed relief. Hope all of you are well. Hope you made it back. Made the connecting flight. So hopefully, you'll have a nice, safe flight back, my friend. Every AW figure that has staining. John Battle, I think so. Let's get a McFarlane Hall of Justice and a Legion of Doom Super Friend. Dude, that'd be awesome. John Battle, did I get yours? Oh, let me see here. I think so. John, would yours just be John Battle? Of course, I haven't checked back on the email, so let me see here. I think I've gotten a bunch more. No. So let me see. I don't think I have yours, but let me add now. Robert Hatch. Let's see who else. Snake Eyes. Oh, let's see. Madison M. And stop doing that. Harry G. Okay. There we go. Okay. So let's see. Almost time for a giveaway because it's lost. It's past the time when I said we're going to do it. Let's see if there are any other comments that I should address first. Dog Avenger, the Multiverse Lobo head sculpt. The Multiverse Lobo, awful head sculpt. Could not believe that thing. Yeah, that was not good. Snake Eyes, I immediately regretted Jack specific. I thought you. Oh man, you didn't like him, huh? Rick Cage, classic Legion of Doom. Thal Sinestro was made larger than TRU 2-pack. Yeah, I bet you would know, right? Right. Lawson, my biggest regret. Aber was buying that pathetic Ant-Man figure that came out a few years ago before this guy. Yeah, that was a terrible figure. That was so bad. Like, no, I'm not buying it. Can't do it. Chamber legs from the old suit. Oh, he can't stand. Oh, that's terrible. His stupid banana dress shoes. He would not stand for anything. It did not have proper peg holes. And his arms are way too long for his torso. The head sculpt was great, though. Oh, it's Wakanda forever. Oh, I got you. I picked up the Sandman Mystery Theater Compendium last year. However, I've yet to read it. Yeah, let me know if it's worth doing that. King Elector, what series is that Cyclops in the Marvel Go pick? I need that version. I have the Jim Lee versions of my main Cyclops. That is the Dark Phoenix Cyclops 2-pack. Great. and such an awesome figure. Lawson, Legends gave Marvel Girl that late 80s flip hairstyle. She never had that hairstyle ever. David Thanos, best Mattel Sting figures of defining moments. Crow Sting, absolutely. Monkey Dave, I want an Elite Server Sting from the 80s. So this is the best one that they did. Really fast. I keep saying really fast, but that's not working. But we're hanging out here, doing our thing. Thank you for those of you who are staying on. All right. Here you go. So here's the Surfer Sting. This is the best one from the Elite line because they gave him the better head sculpt from the basic line they did. That actually looks like Sting. And he's got this awful jacket. This is worthless. You can't move him. He is posed like that. The jacket looks good, but he can't pose at all. So this is the Great American Bash 1990 Sting, and he's got a bad head sculpt. Because he's got teeth gritted to try to look like that poster just doesn't work. The colors look really great. So you can see him against Vader, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and Rick Rude for some scale efforts there. So this is the basic one, and this looks great. So this is the head sculpt they use here. So if you can get this figure, that's the one to go with because this body is awful. And it doesn't work for Sting because he can't pose well with it. The defining moments Bash is terrible. Exactly. I didn't even see what you said, but he's bad. Classic Marvel Legends, Luke Cage, absolutely terrible. Yeah, they should fix it. I need to check in my emails for Damlin. Gonna see it, but I'll probably all in, especially since I'm only mini Marvel Legends. Okay, cool. Method to Madness. I guess I was the only one who bought that first and only Mattel WWE Layla L that doesn't look even remote. That was gonna be a hard one. That's gonna be so hard. Hustle SM. What's up, Jeff? What's going on? The Black Series Darth Maul. They reused his head from episode 1. He's too short. Here's a regular release price of the deluxe. That'll do it. Does the original HasLab Sentinel count? I got one, but honestly more excited about the X-Men 97 and Sentinels coming out this year. So, Eric, what was wrong with that one? Hustle SM. My biggest regret going all in on the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universal Monster line. Things look great. Horrible articulation. And Laurie, I've literally been so glad because I was doing that. So I never bought her at all. All right, it's that time. Let's do it. But first, like Julie Chin up in here. I absolutely needed to show you all this because this was so amazing. I don't care most of the time about the Little People Collector 5-pack sets, but this one, I was like, this is so amazing. Check it out. They're giving us a Goonie set, and we've got Chunk doing the truffle shuffle. Data with his jacket, all his gadgets. We got. I mean, look at this. We got Mikey. We got Data. This is so cool. We got Slaw. Hey, you guys. This is like the best they've ever done because it's just showing off all their personality. I mean, like, what in the world? So I really dig this. And I just had to show that to you all before we did this giveaway because this is amazing. Marvel Legends Doc Samson was a weird body mold. The head was good, though. Good luck, all! Last figure files proof of time flies when you're having fun. Dude, it goes by so fast. I'm always like, what happened to the time, Rick Cage? Lawson, they are very cute. Trouble Shuffle. Hey, you guys. Right. All right. It's time now. No more delay. Let's do it. Let's do this giveaway. Let's see how this wheel. I'm going to be so disappointed. This Joker says, all right, time for you to pay, Mr. Lyles. Let's do it. Let's click the spin and see who wins our new giveaway. Oops. Wait, I've got to keep this out while we do it. We have a winner. It's Lar A. I don't know if you guys can hear the sound effects. It got applause and clapping as well. Great. You all did see that. Lar A. Oops. How did I do it that way? Congratulations. You have won the Boss Fight Studios Red Sonja figure. So, as always, send me. You've already got my email address. Email me your information, and I will get that off to you, or Lawson will get that off to you. Yeah, but maybe I can actually give it to you since I know you're here. Uh, let's see. Let's do it up. Love this as always. The very fair and very polite chat who is, like, hey, we didn't win, but hey, congratulations to you all the same. Congrats, 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 congrats. Love it. Y'all are awesome. Like, I really mean that. Y'all are great sports. I've got to do something for everybody. I gotta figure this out. Everybody who enters, I need to find some modern parent thing where everyone's a winner. I gotta think of something though. I'll keep working on that. So Laurie, send me your information and we will get you the Red Sonja figure. And just a reminder, here's what you won. This amazing Red Sonja figure coming straight to you very soon from Lawson. And the gang here allows bigger files. So there you go. All right. I heard he doesn't want it for it to me. Lawson, send me the email with your mailing address and I'll have her in the mail tomorrow. Nice. Hey Jeff, I'm going to send you the cyborg suits for a giveaway once it's released. Thanks, Harry. All right, so we're going to do it up. We've already got another giveaway in the works here. Good deal. Thank you, Henry G. All right, well, that is everything I think I want to talk about right now. I'm sure I could find more stuff to talk. Oh man, I'm gonna have to do a separate video on that because I wanted to discuss that, but it'll wait. So I'll just do that soon, very soon. The new Killer Croc? No. Now I've got to go figure out what it is you're talking about. All right, well, that's it. Time zoomed by. To Hey, what's up, Lawson? You want to do another figure away tonight? No, let's keep everybody watching for next week, Lawson. Let's do for next week. Let's have another giveaway next week. But hey, Lawson, what do you want to give away next week? What do you want to talk about? All right, let me know what you want to. What do you want to give away next week? Um, we're gonna get a live stream from the the Star Wars team. So there'll be some new reveals. I'll do some reactions and talk about that figure that I wanted to go into more detail with tonight. But we'll go through it. I have 2 Red Sonjas. So I can give another. Whoa, shoot. You know what, Lawson? Why don't we just go nuts? Why don't we do it right now? Let's do another one. Since we've got 2 Red Sonjas, let's see here. So hopefully you didn't log off because we're doing the whole thing. All right. So I'm going to take you out now, Lar A. We're about to spit again. Unprecedented, never before done here on Loudspeaker Pals. Now there's 2 reasons. Spit it again. Spin the wheel, make the deal. Big font on Big Pie Shot and Big Win. I crush your odds, see the different before us, and we'll hear the lamentations of Red Sonja. Run it back. Let's go. Let's do it right now. Let me make sure I've got all the windows properly situated and everyone who entered. This is crazy. Can't quite do that meme, but you guys know what I'm doing. Spin the wheel. Air horn. Yes, let's do it. All right, let's pull this up. So now we can do it. And Snake Eyes wins our second one. Congratulations, Snake Eyes. You've won again. Let's see here. I can't take it. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Sirens. Congratulations, Snake Eyes. Oh, very good. Congrats, Snake Eyes. Can't win this many times, Snake. All right. Congrats. Congrats. Wow. Congrats. Congrats 2 times. Congratulations to the 2 winners. Okay. So let's see here. All right. Now, fantastic. So happy for the both of you. Send you everything info. And I'll mail them both out. Congrats, Laura and Stay, guys. Absolutely. Well, now we're really going to wrap it up for the night. So we'll be back here next week for Loud's Movie Files on Wednesday with all the recording properly loaded up. Back here on Thursday for another edition of Loud's Figure Files, and I'll probably do some more videos in the interim. So stay tuned. We'll be doing this thing, and I will do this thing. And Austin said, for those of you wondering, I still have one for myself. Thanks to Austin for the generosity. Great live. Congrats, winners. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in as always. Thank you so much. We'll be back here next week. Stay tuned for more stuff, more exciting fun. And for now, hope y'all have an awesome weekend. But for now, this episode of Loud's Figure Files has been filed.